This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I could call this the Mean Chris Goss Ding Dong. And I thought, no, that doesn't sound right. I'd call it Goss White Dong.
See, now, again,
I was going to take a picture.
This is going back to the letter that you didn't find.
No, this is it's the way I put the pudding into the banana. It kind of looks like that would be a vein of some sort. So, I mean, this is total sexual. This isn't like a little white ding dong that you get in the store or around the back of the store, wherever you get those at. No, this is, I mean, it looks some serious. And if you put the vanilla cream in there, and then I spray it with whipped cream a little bit around the top.
Oh, for fucking, really?
Yeah. And I almost took a picture of it and was told to not.
Over the phone. Sorry, Corey's mom. Over the phone. Sorry, Corey's mom.
I don't know why he would apologize to my mother there. I mean, I just came up with a dessert that every restaurant needs on their menu. I miss Chris Goss. I really do. 217 Recovery Podcast. It was the 7th of June, 2020. Hopefully you had a great day. My day was pretty good. Didn't get to the podcast as soon as I would like to. Hopefully you're still listening to this on Monday, maybe Monday morning getting ready for work. Maybe you're at lunch. Maybe you're driving to work. Maybe you're just laying in bed thinking I wanted to catch a podcast or something. Today, though, it was a great day. We came up with an idea for 217 Recovery that I think it's going to be a really good one. And you'll hear more about that in the future. But today, I did a little bit of thinking about where I was, a little bit a year ago is what I meant to say. And, I talked about that on the podcast yesterday too, but I was talking with Anna and it was insane how we were doing her podcast, Broken to Beautiful, and we did probably 35, 40 minutes of it. And at the end, when we made the little announcement that I'm not going to make now because I think God came in and was like, not ready for that yet. And like, as soon as we made it on the podcast, everything froze and technical difficulties. So we decided, you know what, let's just put that on hold and we'll come back and do another Broken and Beautiful podcast. And she agreed, but we talked about some great things, and the things that Anna was talking about really hit home with me because let's just say you're going through life, everything seems to be going fine, but yet when you get home from work, you're irritable. You're bringing work home with you. And all of a sudden things in your personal life start to deteriorate. And maybe your marriage starts to get a little worse. Or, things just they're not on the up and up anymore. And, you just don't have that sense of, I want to go home and I can't wait to see my wife. I can't wait to see my kids, or I can't wait to see my husband. And it starts to be not that anymore. And it starts to just consume you, with things from your job. And when that starts happening, that's something that I realized back in December. I was working at a treatment center, the Nasty Gross Chinese Restaurant, which is reference to a recovery center. And it was just too much for me, man. I was miserable. I was miserable there. I was miserable at the place. I didn't agree with the things, and not because I don't agree with them. That doesn't mean that they're wrong. It's just I didn't like it, and I cut ties, and that was the best feeling I've ever had. Well, not really like the best feeling.
Sexual relationship
I've ever had, but it was good. Like inside, I just felt like freed, and it was just such an amazing experience to leave a job. And it's hard to do that sometimes because, that's your job. How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay your bills? I had so much faith, and still do, in God, that I'm on the right path that I'm supposed to be on. And I'm not going to Bible thump you to death because I'm not religious, but spiritual I am. And I believe there's God, and he looks out for me. Jesus is a big fan. I do believe there's Jesus. I think he's a big fan of mine. So I just took it as, I worked there for what it was supposed to be, and I'm moving on, and God wants me to move on. And it actually freed me up to finish the application for the 501c3, which makes 217 Recovery a public charity, which opens the door to all kinds of things. Now, we have yet to walk through that door, but it doesn't matter. We are a public charity, and we're recognized by the IRS now, and that's huge. And we did it on the first try. We didn't have to send back paperwork and, pay extra fees. Nailed it. So, God got me refocused. Never lost faith, and I never was, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this? How is this going to happen? It just all came how it was supposed to. It's hard to have faith. It's hard. And Anna just went through this similar thing. And, she had to cut ties, and she had to realize, the things that she was bringing home from the gross Chinese restaurant. And it just wasn't good to feed the family. Like some things you just have to leave at the restaurant. When they're bad, you don't get take home. And she was bringing a lot of take home. And now she realizes that it's freeing, and she doesn't have to base her recovery on, what her profession is, even though Anna's going to help a lot of people, and she already has. But when we start, hitting different parts of the state, if you know of a speaker meeting you're having, I don't care if it's at your AA club, I don't care if it's in your backyard, if you want to throw a barbecue and have us over, man, we'll come over, we'll tell you our stories. And if you want to grab some people in recovery to come hang out, we'll have a good time. We promise you, we will have a good time. But those are the things that we want to do. We want to talk to rehabs, and we want to talk at rehabs. We want to, talk to kids. We want to talk to people in jail. There's hope out there. And if we can do it, anybody can. One story that Anna shared was when I told her and her wife, when they had first started dating, like, how happy I was for both of them. And the fact that, she made my friend Anna happy was huge. And I liked seeing Anna happy. And she said that actually brought them closer. And she said she was shocked, and that her wife was like, wait, was Corey serious when he said that stuff? And I was like, yeah, I think so. But it shocked them, because they're like used to me, joking around, and I'll say things sometimes, and people think that I'm just joking, and I'm not, and it's very frustrating. Like when we told my mom about the baby, at the pizza joint, I'm like, and we're having a baby, and my mom just fell out laughing, and I was like, no, for real. And my girlfriend, Marnie, was like, no, for real, no, I'm pregnant. And my mom's like, oh, he even got you to say it too. Oh, you guys trying to get one over on us. My stepdad just looking at my mom like, honey, no, they're serious. They're telling us the truth. Like, this is a moment. My mom just couldn't believe it. So it's kind of, it's hard sometimes to be taken serious when I am serious, which is confusing sometimes to people and to me, but I don't know. It's something I'm working on. But Anna, though, is a good friend of mine, and I'm glad that, she did meet her wife. And those are things that happen for a reason. And where she was working and where she's not working now are huge parts of her life that I think God had planned for her. And there was a reason why she worked there and what she learned there. And who knows what or when that's going to come into play in her life from now on. But there was a reason for it. And it's not our job to find out the reason. Our job is to just realize that it did happen. And, thank God for the things that we do have in life. But it is late. I don't know when you're listening to this. Like I said earlier, maybe Monday morning, maybe on the way to or from work, or maybe it was a quick shower. I really do appreciate you listening, but huge day tomorrow. Right now it's 12 a.m. Monday morning. And I'm just going to make it a short one, but I did love that intro. I know it was like super long, but I love that intro, man. And that was from the episode, if you want to go back and listen to Oldie But Goodie, is the Butt of the Joke episode. I want to say it was in late March or early April. I think it was March. Yeah, it was March. So go find that episode and listen to that one. It was a funny one, in my opinion. And Chris Goss, I miss you, my man. Have a good day, and we'll do another podcast on Tuesday. So look for that then.